Brady consensus is Aaron Donald is the best among all the names in the Super Bowl. Both CBS and Pro Football Focus ranked every player in Sunday's game, and they both put Donald at the top of the list. Tom Brady can win his 6th championship on Sunday, and he was ranked 3rd by CBS and 2nd by Pro Football Focus. We're joined by FS1 NFL analyst Sean Merriman. Good to have you with us this morning. So, Sean, do you agree that Aaron Donald is the best player in the Super Bowl?
Yes. Yes. I mean, to me, it's not even close. I mean,
what? Now we got 2 of them?
No, to me, it's not even close because if you look at the way the playoffs been going for Tom Brady, he hasn't been getting touched. He's been getting rid of the ball. Nobody's been able to get close to him. He normally gets rid of the ball in about 2.5 seconds or less.
Playoffs 2.1.
Yeah, 2.1. As an outside linebacker or a pass rusher, right? You can't even get there in 2 seconds unless you come clean. Nobody blocks you. The only person that can get there or disrupt what Tom Brady is doing is the interior lineman because he has the closest and the fastest path to the quarterback.
Okay.
You don't have in this game. You don't have to get a sack against Tom Brady. You just need to stay in his face where he can't throw the ball on time or he has to throw over someone. That's all you need to do. You don't have to go out and get a sack. He just hasn't been touched, so that's why they've had so much success. So Aaron Donald is the only player who can disrupt what Tom Brady's doing in this game.
I told you, Skip. He said what I said. He said the exact same thing. He says Aaron Donald, and it's not even close because it's not. Aaron Donald is the most dominant player. He's more dominant at his position than any other player is at their position. And it doesn't matter. You wanted to go running back. You want to go wide receivers. You want to go tight ends, quarterback. Nah, it's him. He's it. Tom Brady. Ask any general manager.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to.
No.
I'm going to take a poll.
Skip, did Tom Brady have the best quarterback year this year?
We're talking about going into the Super Bowl. Who do you want?
No,
who do you want on your team?
No, that's not what he said.
Yes, it is.
He said the best
Who's
player.
the best player going to the Super Bowl? Are we here, right now, this week, today? Who is it? 32 would vote for Tom Brady. I'll take Tom Brady over your guy any day. Any day.
They graded 16 games and the playoffs, so 18 games. And they said the best player, not the most important, not the guy that plays the toughest position, not the guy that's most valuable. The best player on the Super Bowl 53 field Sunday will be
Brady.
99.
Yeah.
With the horn on his helmet.
99 with the horn on his helmet, has a grand total of 0 sacks in 2 playoff games and a grand total of 2 tackles and 2 tackles in those 2 playoff games. And I give you, he's an anchor. He is an immovable object in the middle of that line. He can hold that line. But as you well know, it's much easier to get to the quarterback, to me, off the edge. If you got an edge, if you got Von Miller, who was the last team to keep Tom Brady from going to the Super Bowl? It was your Denver Broncos in Denver. And what happened in that game? Von Miller was a banshee coming off the edge. 2.5 sacks, and he intercepted Tom Brady in that game. And he hurried him 4 other times.
But the guys,
he was unblockable.
The guys that made it possible was Malik Jackson and Derek Wolfe because they collapsed.
But the guy who closed the deal was that guy.
Because
I don't know if I've ever seen an edge rusher any hotter than Von was through that period.
Oh, yeah, he was unbelievable.
And into the Cam Newton Super Bowl.
But see, what happened, Skip, is that when Malik and D. Wolfe collapsed the pocket, now Tom can't step and throw. So they're going to force him one way or another. Okay, you going to D-Ware or you going to Von? Now, Von, well, you see, he almost got the move that he pulled on Cam in the Super Bowl. He almost got Cam pulled it out. He almost got Tom pulled it out of his hand. But if you want to get the pressure, initiate pressure the quickest, he's in the 3 technique. Or he's in that shade. He's in the shade of the guard. So he's it.
Hey, Skip, you're talking about his stats. His stats won't matter this game. I promise you. He's not going to get Tom Brady 2 and 3 times, but he will.
The simulation, the Madden simulation, they picked the Rams and they had your guy getting 4 sacks.
If you're able to get enough pressure where he can't step up into his throws and make these accurate passes, that's a win. That's automatic win. And I don't, at that point, what's going to happen is he's going to get enough pressure where Tom Brady now has to move off his spot. Then that's when these outside linebackers, pass rushers on the outside of
Rockers and Fowler can get home. But
wait a second. You picked the Chargers, then you picked the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You're a Hall of Famer.
On paper, the Chargers,
the Chargers had the best pass rush, right, that he'd faced all year.
Yes.
And then the Kansas City Chiefs had an even better pass rush because they led the league in sacks.
But Kansas City, if they don't get home, their back end isn't very good. Do you like Talib and Peters better than you like what Kansas City possessed in the back end? Because here's the thing. When you look at Aaron Donald, they're doubling him. But who showed their head? Now, Ndamukong Suh had 4.5 sacks in 16 games. In 2 games, he has 1.5. Why? Because the team says 99 is not going to beat us. And we haven't seen enough on tape over Ndamukong Suh. And lo and behold, what happened? They singled him up in Dallas, and he went to... He was pulling the Z. He was bullhead. New Orleans tackled they playing in their backfield. If you do not... Aaron Donald is a guy, Skip Bayless, and I've been in a lot of offensive meeting rooms. Where is he? We're going to slide to him. We're going to chip him. We need to know where he is at all times, because if you don't account for him.
Right now, Wade Phillips is sweating bullets trying to figure out how to stop number 12. That's all this
he already knows how to stop
come
him.
down to.
He don't need sweat. What you sweating for?
Because Kansas City, that was a, what did you call it? A virtuoso performance.
It was.
So I'm going to say this one more time. You don't like to hear this, but I'm going to say it. So it's my turn now. The hardest position to play in all of sports is quarterback. The greatest quarterback ever is Tom Brady, who has never played better at quarterback than he did against the Chargers and the Chiefs. And against the Chiefs, he mostly, it was because of him, converted 13 of 19 third downs. That's 9 times passing the ball to control the ball and keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline 44 minutes to 21 minutes and overcome a Belichick torchable defense that in the fourth quarter that Kansas City had the ball 3 minutes and scored 24 points. This guy overcame that with artistry. It was a tour de force. It was a masterpiece of a game played at quarterback. It's so far beyond any impact that Aaron Donald can have on a football game. It's laughable. It's asinine, 10, 99. That's what this argument is.
Why do you think they paid Aaron Donald? Why do you think
he is really good?
The reason why you get paid, what he got paid is because you can stop a guy like Tom Brady. That's the only reason. No other reason. Not
Von Miller.
Not because you can stop the run. Not because you can, do anything.
The reason the New England Patriots are in the Super Bowl again is number 12, the quarterback. Aaron Donald is not the reason. He's a big reason, but he's not the reason that the Rams got to the Super Bowl. Because a big reason against my Cowboys in the divisional round playoff game was the offensive line dominated my defensive front to the tune of 273 yards
rushing. And what
rushing.
did the D-line do to your Cowboys offensive line? Dominated.
Yeah.
And Zeke went nowhere.
Wait a second. In the second half, my Cowboys won 15-10. And if Jared Goff, wait, let me finish. If Jared Goff had not run for a first down on 3rd and 7 on a bootleg with Sean Lee in the game, my quarterback would have had one last shot, and I think he would have pulled it off and tied the game. That's how close that game was, right?
But Skip, we talk about, look, when you go into a game, Sean, you can attest to this. You say, we're going to choke off the opposing team's run. We're going to make them one-dimensional. In 2 playoff games, did the Chargers or the Chiefs, did they stop the run? Well, if you don't stop the run and you allow Tom Brady to play action you and you can't get pressure on him.
You're doing cart before horse. The horse is Tom Brady throwing the football. That's what starts it off. That's what, remember what happened against the Chargers? They won the toss, and I said, thank God, Belichick finally said, I'm going to take the football, and I'm going to let 12 take it. And he went bing, 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 throwing the football right down the field, converted 3 third downs in that first drive, and it was 7-0 Patriots, and they were off to the races against your Chargers.
And speaking of not stopping the run, and Tom Brady running play action, by the way, that's the only time he throw a ball over 8 yards in the first place.
That's not true.
If you go out,
the throw to Philip Dorsett?
No,
that was over 8 yards.
The problem is if you don't stop the run, which I don't think anybody's seen in that game or believe that the Patriots will line up in 21 personnel, whatever it was, and run the ball between the tackles. I don't think nobody has seen that coming, but they did. They came out, they had some success doing it, and when that happened, it allowed Tom Brady and that defense line. See, the problem is when you can't stop the run, you don't know when the pass rush stop or go around. You're just confused. You can't get a real pass rush because you're afraid that they're going to keep gashing you with the run. And that's when they have some success throwing the ball. This is not going to happen in this game because I know Wade Phillips' philosophy. I understand how he thinks. He will make you beat him in other ways. He will get Tom Brady off of the spot. He's going to have Aaron Donald in Tom Brady's face, and he's going to have to either go, move right a little bit or move left in order to throw that football. But Tom Brady will not have a free release to do that this game.
Aaron Donald be the MVP of this game?
He could possibly be, but no, I think the thing is, because here's the thing, Skip. When you play Tom Brady, although the quarterback's not on the field, you're actually going against Tom Brady because you're going to have to match him. Tom's going to make his plays. The really great ones, they're going to make their plays no matter matter how many times you hit them in the mouth, they're going to make their plays. It's just when they give you an opportunity to make your plays against them, you make sure you cash in.
So the Madden simulation says that Aaron Donald's going to have 4 sacks in the Super Bowl. You want to bet on it?
No,
I will give you 4 sacks.
I don't do no simulation.
4 cases of Diet
No,
Mountain
I'm
Dew
not
right
doing
now.
no simulation.
You take it?
No.
Why not?
Because.
Back up your argument.
Because.
Put your dew where your mouth is.
You don't play games in simulation. You play them on the field.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to tell you what, listen. He knows Wade Phillips. I know Wade Phillips really well. He was my defensive coordinator for 3 years. He was my head coach for 2.
He was his coordinator.
He's going to get him out the spot. Now, if he has to blitz him, because a lot of teams don't like to blitz up the middle, because you give the edge and the quarterback a run. They're not worried about that with Tom Brady.
You guys think the Rams are going to win this pretty easily?
Oh, my goodness.
Am I right?
Skip, all of them do.
Well, I think Sean does.
I do believe that. It's hard to go against the Patriots, but in this case, because like you said, I played for Wade Phillips, and we were actually DMing last night over Twitter. He's happy. He's feeling good, and I know what he's going to do going into this game. Tom Brady will get moved off of the spot, and if the Patriots do win, I'm not saying they are going to win, but if they do win, it's going to be because Tom Brady has decided to move off of the spot, and Bill Belichick has coached the greatest game you've ever coached.
All right, Sean, you're going to come back a bit later to talk more about Wade Phillips.
They might move the pocket.
You guys know him well, so this will be perfect. Yes. But first, Bill Belichick, is he actually helping Sean McVay? Let's talk about those two next.